A newly formed Presidential Commission on Election Integrity is asking Minnesota officials to provide extensive voter data so that it can investigate possible election fraud.
The commission, which meets for the first time in July, was appointed by President Trump to promote honest and fair elections. WCCO's Kessler joins us now. Why the controversy behind this? Seems like a good idea, right?
Yeah, a lot of people say that, but it's controversial because President Trump claims without evidence that millions of Americans voted illegally in the election last year that he won. Now a commission investigating those claims wants to see the personal data for millions of Minnesota voters.
The commission is asking Minnesota for millions of voter names and election records dating back to 2000. Secretary of State Steve Simon says the motives are so questionable he may not comply.
This is serious stuff.
Minnesota has 4 million registered voters and very few voter irregularities. Simon says he has a duty to protect private voter data.
And I take very seriously the idea that we are going to turn over vast quantities of this extremely sensitive data to some commission whose ultimate aims I just don't know anything about, and I have my suspicions.
The commission's asking the state for personal data on millions of voters, including names and addresses, political parties, felony convictions, even election-related crimes dating back 17 years. All of it to be made public.
They have phony witch hunts going against me.
The president appointed the commission after claiming without evidence he won the popular vote if you deduct the millions of people who voted illegally. White House spokesman Sean Spicer citing it as a reason for the commission.
The president does believe that. He has stated that before. I think he stated his concerns of voter fraud and people voting illegally during the campaign, and he continues to maintain that belief.
But if the president's claims are true, Minnesota would have tens of thousands of illegal voters.
It doesn't give me much confidence in the outcome being fair. It seems predetermined and pre-cooked.
Well, this commission on voter fraud wants all of this data about millions of Minnesota voters by July 15th. Secretary Simon says the focus should be on cybersecurity and attempts by the Russians to hack into U.S. election systems. So a lot of work still to do and a lot of controversy, too, I think.
All right. We know you'll watch it. Thank you, Pat.
You bet.